If we could open up the sun, we'd see layers of dense hydrogen gas, hundreds of thousands of miles deep. And at its center, the core, the sun gives birth to light. Forged in one of the most violent reactions in the universe, nuclear fusion. To force protons together takes immense amounts of heat and pressure, generated by the invisible hand of gravity. The sun contains 99.8% of all the matter in the solar system. That's a lot of mass. All that mass pulls the sun together with unimaginable gravitational force. In this nuclear compactor, hydrogen atoms slam together 100 million quadrillion times each second. Some of these collisions are so powerful that atoms fuse, releasing energy.
These types are split into two styles, tank and tankless. Tankless units come in electric and gas options. Tankless or on-demand water heaters produce hot water as it is needed without the use of its storage tank. When a system calls for water, it enters the heater. In gas heaters, the burner ignites and the water circulates through a heat exchanger coil. In electric units, the water enters and goes through a coil of heating elements. The water heats up instantly, and since there is no tank to fill, there is no end to your supply of hot water. The wall-hung design can also free up space for additional storage. These units run on natural gas, propane, and electricity. Tank heaters come in a variety of options including conventional, indirect, heat pump, and solar water heaters. Conventional water heaters are the most common, with a tank of hot water that is maintained 24 hours a day. These units can run on natural gas, propane, oil, or electricity. Indirect water heaters are storage tanks that use a home's existing space heating systems to produce your hot water. This results in basically free hot water when you're running your boiler to heat your home. However, this requires you to keep your boiler on year-round, which is especially inefficient in the warmer climates. Heat pump water heaters essentially act as reverse refrigerators. These heaters pull heat from the surrounding air and deposit the heat into the tank. The only power drawn to operate these heaters is from the fan and compressor, which pull much less electrical current than a traditional electric water heater. Solar water heaters use the sun's heat to provide hot water. Solar heating systems are composed of solar panels or solar thermal collectors fastened to a roof facing the sun.
Heat is a form of energy. When energy is added to atoms, they begin to move more rapidly. Think of it like kinetic energy. When you push a ball or add energy to it, it rolls. This means that the more motion atoms have, the hotter they feel to the touch. Back to the ball example. If you have a stationary ball and you impact it with another ball, the energy of the rolling ball is transferred into the stationary ball, causing it to move. You would say that the stationary ball absorbed the faster ball's energy. It wouldn't be right or sound right to say that the stationary ball transferred its stationary state to the rolling ball. The same is said about atoms transferring energy. The fast-moving atoms impact slow-moving atoms, transferring their kinetic energy. Therefore, to say heat transfers from hot to cold really means that energy is transferred from fast-moving atoms to slow-moving.
Between objects or spaces, and there are three main ways it does this: conduction, convection, and radiation. Let's look at how each one works. If someone pours you a hot cup of coffee, you're likely going to pick it up from the handle instead of around the main part of the mug. This is because the coffee mug will conduct heat from the hot liquid inside to your hand. This direct transfer of heat from one object to another is called conduction. The coffee mug transfers heat well, as do many other substances, including metal. And that these substances that conduct heat well are called conductors. Some substances are very bad at transferring heat, and these are called insulators. Wood is a very good insulator, therefore a very poor conductor, which is why your metal pot on the stove may have a wooden handle.
All of the colors in the visible light spectrum are characterized by different frequencies. Green-colored light lives between 540 and 610 terahertz. For red, the frequencies are a bit lower. For violet, they are higher. But what determines the color of an object? If you pass a beam of white light through a prism, you will see the light split into the colors of the rainbow. Sunlight and other white lights are actually made of many different frequencies. The sun emits infrared and ultraviolet waves in addition to the full spectrum of visible light. We don't see the infrared and UV waves, but we do see the full range of visible color, all bundled together in the form of white light. White light is the combination of many different frequencies of visible light from all parts of the visible spectrum. The only